Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's Ameen here from Muslim CEO. Thanks for joining me in this video. Now, if you're in the early stages of a business, you know there's a ton to do. You can see areas where you could grow or test different things and try different things out. And also there's so many areas where you feel like I've got to be doing that. Like every business is doing that. I need to do it as well. One of the big ones I remember back in the day is always having a Facebook page and like posting. And until today, posting on social media, it's this chore that people often feel they have to do without really having a strategy behind it. But that's just one example. But in order to help you and kind of narrow down what you should be doing, what you should be putting your limited time towards, and what you can kind of delay for now, I think it's good to think of it in this way, right? Because you're only one person when you start, you've got a certain amount of time. Now you could be doing it kind of on the side initially, or you could be full-time on it, but either way, if you're one person, you've got maybe 10 hours a week, or you've got like 40-50 hours a week if you're full-time to put into your business. Now, because that time is limited, I mean, think of if you had 10 employees, that's 10x the time to do different things. But if it's just you, you've got limited time. And what that means is you need to have asymmetrical outcomes from the investment of time you make. What does that mean? It means that you need to find areas where you can put in a small amount of time, but potentially get big results from it. Okay, so something like this is setting up automated emails. It's something where you might spend a few hours doing, but once it's done forever. Like you're going to get great outcomes out of that because it's done. And every 10, 100,000 people you add to your mailing list, they're automatically going to be getting that contact from you. Okay, so think of these kind of tasks which are asymmetrical. You put in small amount of time, you get a large outcome, and always think of things in that way. Another way people kind of word this is the Pareto principle, or the 80-20 rule, where it's like, what can I do that will get me allow me to put in 20% of the effort and get 80% of the results, rather than focusing on that extra trying to get the extra 20% of results, but that requires 80% more effort or time or some kind of input. Okay, there's another way of looking at it. But either way, ask yourself, when you're deciding, should I do this, should I not do this, firstly you've got to admit to yourself you have to say no to some things, right? There's just not enough time to do everything. And then when you've got this task of potential things, when you're deciding what you should actually do, you should invest your time in, think of it like that, an investment of your time. Think of asymmetrical outcome. Which out of these 50 things that I could do for my business, which ones are going to get me a huge potential return or outcome or result, and which ones are like, okay, one in, one out, instead of one in and 50 out, if you know what I mean. So that's a really good way of thinking about it. Just ask yourself, what can I do that would solve so many problems for me? What, if I did correctly, would get me huge amount of results? Okay, so I hope that helped you. This is especially for those that don't have a huge team, don't have staff. Maybe you're just getting started, or maybe you're just you're not just getting started, but you have a small team or no team for now. And I think this kind of prioritization and thinking in this way will really help free you from a lot of the things you feel you must be doing. Okay, so this has been Ameen with Muslim CEO. If you want our free training or to learn more about us, go to muslimceo.com, and of course check out all of this great content that we have here on this channel. Alhamdulillah. See you around, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.